What's going on, Real Sales Talk fam? We are back at it again. Have Tech Talk number 5 here for you guys. And I'm really excited for this one. Sean here has a book to share with you guys, and I have something for you as well. I will let Sean kick it off. But before we go there, remember, hashtag Real Sales Talk. You guys want to talk to us at all on the Twitters? I'm at Talk to Henry J. Sean's at Sean M. Mitchell. And we're always there to chat with you guys. Really look like building community. So feel free to reach out.
And love hearing from you. Love hearing from the things that you're getting from our Real Sales Talk episodes, as well as the Tech Talk ones. So anytime you want to hit us up and share your feedback, we'd love to hear it.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So today I'm going to talk about Anthony Ian Torinos' new book that comes out, I think, this week, the 11th. It's called The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need. Like, how definitive of a title is that, Henry?
That's good stuff right there. Anthony knows what he's doing. That's marketing.
It's like right up there with what's his name? Jeffrey Gitomer's Little Red Book of Selling. It's like, oh my gosh, like this is like the comprehensive thing. Like that's all I ever need to know in this book is in here. So I don't know too much about this one. I've heard Anthony and some of the other guys like Mike Weinberg and Jeb Blunt and Jim Keenan and Alice Hyman promote it. So I don't know too much about it, but I'm really interested to read it. I got a chance to hear Anthony speak at Sales 2.0 conference in San Francisco in, I think it was it was July. So I really enjoyed hearing him and had a chance to talk with him briefly. So it looks like the 3 topics that he's covering in this book are self-discipline, business acumen, and closing. So 3 really, really simple, but key parts of totally like self-discipline. I mean, I deal with that every day, like staying focused on the task at hand, and business acumen, closing. I'm really curious to read this one because I think that I bet he goes in depth into these 3 topics. If it's only 3 topics, I think he's gonna go into depth with these. So I'm looking forward to this one. Have you heard about this one, Henry?
I actually had not heard of it. I know Anthony. I'm actually on his newsletter, but I'm on so many newsletters and so many content now. Like I'm in and out in terms of my readership. So I actually have not heard of this, but looking forward to checking it out.
Cool. Well, you got something? What do you what tech talk tip do you have?
Yeah, so I've got something a little different here today. So it has to do a little bit more with the industry that I'm in, right? So I'm, as you guys know, digital architecture company, and what we do is we do smart home services and installation. So a large part of that is it works the same way as, if you call somebody, you want to get a pool installed, you want to get a electrician to come out. Like, we have to literally come out to do a sale, right? We have to come look at your house, do all this. And the challenge that what we run into, and there's a blog that kind of goes into a lot of the things with the industry. It's called CE Pro. The challenge is that because of what's happening with Amazon, with Uber, people expect to operate companies differently, right? And that's something that a lot of people are talking about in our industry now, is that how do you Uberize or Amazonize your company? And I think it's something that's important for all of us to think about as we continue to sell, is, are you making it easy for people to buy, right? And I think that's huge, and something that we've been thinking about a lot of on our projects is, although we have to go out and actually inspect homes at times, like to do projects, what are things that are pretty much going to happen no matter what? And can we almost e-commerce-ize that part of the project, right? Like, you're going to buy a Sonos anyway. You want to get 5 speakers, that. You want to get a Nest thermostat. we don't necessarily need to hold you up from doing that, right? Like, so we can make it an e-commerce thing for you to buy that and just say plus installation or something of that nature. So we haven't figured it out yet completely on our side, but it's something that's been talked about on these industry blogs. And I think it's something that a lot of people can think about in their businesses. Is there a way to make it easier for people to purchase from you? Because that is, if you think about the way that you buy, right, as a person, you'd probably much rather just buy it on Amazon a lot of times because it's just easier. So that as well, from your sales perspective as well, is like, can I make it easier for people to just buy from me?
I think the excuse me. I think the interesting thing though is it's in a brand new market. Home automation is still very new, and most people, I don't know anyone else I know very few people who have the things that I have in my house. And I think what I would benefit from if I hired your company is an experience and expertise.
Yes.
Because those things I don't get if I go to Amazon and just buy the products individually. One of the other things that I think would be interesting to take an angle at is also syncing all of those things together. I mean, you've got some platforms that are starting to make it easier to do that, but still, some products, may not work with some others. Like, I don't know if Nest and their products work with Apple HomeKit because they're competitors. So someone to be able to come in and offer an experience and expertise, I think,
you're speaking
is
my
the
language.
game to play.
Well, yeah. So that's definitely what we do. Is that we're the integrator, right? In that the interesting thing about this industry is it's exploding from a product standpoint, but like you said, right? Do they work together? So there's a lot of closed systems where it's like the Ring doorbell, right? A lot of people have heard of that, but it doesn't work with anything. So now you have this doorbell that, I mean, you don't necessarily need it to work with anything. You can operate it by yourself through this app, but then you get a Nest, and now you have another app, and then you get another Nest thing. You have another app, and all of a sudden you have a page full of apps, and it's like, and well, our whole thing is like, now you run into the same remote problem that people had when they had a TV, a VCR, cable box. Maybe they had a DVD player too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, like now I'm clicking through everything. So that is our thing. That's what we do. But we also but we know what products are going to work together. So in these packages that we can sell to you online, we're going to make it so those all products all work together. And then from an education standpoint, utilizing things like our blogs, our videos, and things like that to help educate. And then as you talk about experience, that's me, baby.
That's awesome. No, I think it's indicative of the sales rep as well, in the sales organization. What can you do that someone can't find? Because they can find a lot of information online. They can do a lot of research. They can even, likely go to Amazon and buy something on their own. Exactly. But what do you offer that's going to make you distinct? And it's experience and expertise. Experience means making things easy. It means making things streamlined. If you're doing, let's just run with the home automation example. If you're doing home automation on your own, it can, like, I mean, I've actually started to pull out my stuff now. Like, I've got my little Wemo, light switches that will automatically turn on and off, and I'm messing with the wires here, and I know a little bit about that, but for the average consumer, they might not. So streamlining things so that consumers don't have to worry about that, I think, is great. And expertise is what you're talking about. It's only selling a suite of products that work together, instead of, oh shoot, I just bought a Nest and it doesn't work with Amazon's whatever her name is, Alexa, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they actually work together, but it's that sort of thing. Like, the expertise is being able to cut through, as a sales rep, all the clutter, and say, no, you don't want that one because of X, Y, and Z. You want this one, and this one because they all work together through this app. Boom.
I couldn't have said it better.
I think it's
awesome.
I love those two things, and now that I'm getting back into writing blog posts, I like that expertise and expertise and knowledge. I think that's how a sales rep differentiates him or herself from someone going online and doing it themselves, or even just someone shopping on a company website. Expertise and knowledge.
And experience. I think
experience.
I got to go in there. I think it'll go in there.
Yeah.
And not to completely keep going on this, I know these are quick, but it goes to like, sometimes as salespeople, we're going through this. All right, first call, demo, proof of concept. Then I try to close. Sometimes you run into people who've read all of your blog posts and they're ready to buy already. Like, don't make them go through that entire process. Like, you don't necessarily, like, you want to make sure the experience is good for them, right? So sometimes, like, I've had experiences where I was like trying to send somebody through a demonstration where they're like, look, man, I watched the demo on YouTube already. Like, I don't need to watch the demo again. I have the money. Let's buy it.
Right.
So it's like, let them buy it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what this like portal that I'm talking about is going to be built for. Is like those people who are like, I'm just ready to buy. Like, I don't need to talk to anybody else. I'm ready to buy. There's obviously we have things like Drift on our site that if you have questions, we can talk. And obviously we have the old fashioned, just call us up and we can come out and have a conversation. But I want to be able to help no matter where you are on that spectrum of purchase. And I think that really does give us another layer.
Cool. That's awesome. Good one. Well,
yes, sir.
Should we wrap this one up and get on with the evening?
I think we're good.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone. Appreciate you listening, and give us a shout out when you get a second and let us know what you think of this Tech Talk. See you on the next one.
Bada bing.
Bada bing.